Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of our Motorsport Manager's playthrough. We will be attempting to finish the Underdog challenge, which seems fine until you get to know what our team looks like. So to start with, the objective is win the World Motorsport Championships driver and team championship in the same year. And we have to stick with the same team. We cannot get fired or we can't change teams, so it's going to be Predator Racing throughout the whole playthrough, and there's no time limit. That being said, let's start. I don't want any tutorials. I'm gonna keep it in long because I enjoy strategizing throughout the race, so I'm gonna leave it on long. If the videos get really long, I'll maybe cut short the race into highlights and let's see where it goes from there. And as for my backstory, I'm probably going to choose financial, especially since we'll be playing with Predator. Payment is 5% reduced, which includes race day payments that we receive or while producing any parts. So that's a good thing to have. I don't really care about this. So since I'm pretty sure Predator is an Australian team, Australia, is it not? Oh, I'm looking in Europe. There we go. I don't like it. Whatever. Fine, that's all fine. Continue. Single seater. Okay. Since it's a challenge, there's no option for us to even check what the other team looks like, but I assure you they're not as bad as this. So we're gonna stick with Predator. Our starting budget is gonna be $250,000. We are expected to finish 10th. There's no pressure from the owner. Our pit crew seems okay. Other than that, we are rock bottom in every other category. Our car is bad, our drivers are bad, our HQ is bad, our staff aren't that good, and we don't have good sponsors. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I've jumped ahead past the loading screen and everything, and just gone through a few messages. It's basic stuff. Greeting from our assistant Tommy, who hopes that we do great things with the team, which is the plan. And we meet both our drivers, who at the moment are questioning our ability to run the team. Fair enough. And then our lead designer. Looks like the whole team does not have any belief in us. But don't worry, we're gonna get there. Report on our drivers. Ines is a fairly decent driver with the European Racing Series within. Her potential is good. And okay, that's good to know we have a decent driver. William is a low quality driver. He has a decent amount of potential, which should help us out to see some improvement in his skill. His best skill is cornering and his weakness is overtaking. What about her? Her strength is consistency, but she has a hard time with her cornering. Okay. And our reserve driver, Katie. Okay, thank you. What's gonna be the target for this year? I'm not gonna take any risks. I don't think we can realistically finish 8th. I forgot where do I check the performance of the other teams. Is it standings? Let me just, yeah, there we go. Looking at the other teams, I think it is at home, right? Yeah, it's... Anyway, I don't think we can realistically finish 8th, so I'm not gonna take any risks. As we can't get fired, I'm gonna choose 10th. And introduction to pit crew. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Let's take, oh my god. So we should probably aim to develop this at least, even if you're not investing on a lot of other stuff, to shave off some time during pit stops. And it is not looking good, this guy. Maybe. So he is better over here. Okay. Do we have anyone? I don't want any mistake chances, so I'm just gonna straight up get rid of all these people. It's the only realistic option, and he's already way better than half our pit crew. So I'm okay with bringing him in. 10 and 11. Swap him out. One sponsor offer. I'm gonna wait until we fill this up. I think you can have 3 sponsor offers at a given moment, so I'm gonna wait to check what the others are. And let's take a look at our drivers. So I know there is few strategies that people use. Straight up, they fire both the drivers and bring in other drivers who have higher marketability to get better sponsors and earn money through that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to run their contract through. He has 22 months. Maybe at the end of the year, if he's not performing as well, which he is not, so at the end of the season we'll try to maybe look for another driver. But for now, I'm not gonna change the drivers or anything. At the end of the year, our reserve driver is running out of contract, so maybe we can move him into reserve and bring a number 2 driver or a number 1. At the moment, they're in equal status. And let's take a look at our staff. Same goes with staff. I'm not gonna fire them and try to bring in someone better, which I would like to, because if I'm right, there is a really good race mechanic at the beginning of the season who's not working for anyone. Yeah, there's 2 of them whom we could go for, especially he's almost max potential. So I would love to go for this, but I'm gonna make it a rule as to not fire them without any reason. I know there are a few in-game events which would give us the option to fire mechanics and stuff. If such an event occurs, then yeah, we might look into it. But as of now, we're not going to fire them. Make it a little bit more challenging. Play with what we have. And finances. So we're not going to be able to build a crazy car straight away, so I'm gonna bump this down from the next year's car so that we can start saving up some money and hopefully upgrade our HQ. That's going to be the first priority for me, to upgrade our factory and design center. In that order, factory is going to be my first priority. Then maybe a few other, like there is an option to build a what is it called, tour center or something. This track. No, I think there it is, tour center. Yeah, I thought I was mistaking it with F1 Manager. Okay, so that's the plan. Improve our HQ first, and then go from there. Not sure if I want to design any parts at the moment. It's not gonna help us in any way immediately. I might look into improving the engine alone little by little towards the end. For now, we are gonna. Who's good at reliability? Yeah, you're good at reliability. For now, we're gonna work on not the performance, reliability, and the performance of gearbox, but we're gonna put all our staff on reliability. And scouting, I think that's pretty much it, but for now, single seater, is there an option to filter it to specific series? I don't think so. I guess we can just go through this. I want everyone in the European series to be scouted. Okay. So we leave it at that, so that we get some knowledge on the European drivers. Because there's no point in scouting anyone else. They're not gonna go down a league to race for us. Someone from one, we can't afford them. Two, let's say there's someone in the Asia Pacific, if I'm right. What is the thing called? Yeah, Asia Pacific Super Cup. Even if they're a reserve driver, I don't think they would want to race in the European Series, so there's no point in scouting them at the moment. Given that our first race is Black Sea. So I'm gonna jump forward towards the race and I'll see you guys then. And before the race, we had few interesting messages with our fans questioning if we are the right person to be leading the team and such. And there's an interview which we are going to accept and see if we can improve our team's marketability a little bit. You picked a tough time for your first job. I don't think we will be able to, but we are going to try. Okay, so over here, his morale is a little lower. So I'm gonna go with him. Oh, which would put her back. Oh my god, I just flipped the whole thing. I didn't realize it would be that much. Okay. We're already struggling with our job. We're not media trained yet. We're expected to finish 10th, but we are gonna be aiming to finish at least 9th. So I'm gonna go there. I know if I go there, our marketability could go up. Skills aren't in doubt, but some pundits are skeptical about my knowledge in the world of motorsport. You know what? Let's actually go with this. And we get some marketability. That's good. Thank you, Hank Lipman. Thanks for the interview. Okay, it's a race day. We have no offer for one of the slot. I don't. This. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna accept that. So we're not gonna be able to finish 8th or 9th. So I'm straight up gonna take the upfront payment. There's no chance for us to get any of the bonus payment from these races, at least not anytime soon. So I'll happily take the upfront payment for now. And there's zero upfront payment, so there's no benefit for us in taking this. So I'd be okay going into a race without a sponsor over there. 16th or above. Okay. Top speed is going to be crucial. Acceleration is going to be crucial. High speed corner is going to be crucial. And the practice seems to be rainy, but the race day seems clear. There's only two types of tires available, soft and super soft. I thought we'd have hards as well. And the engine should be improved to a point where we are not, yeah, hopefully we don't have to stop for an engine repair, because that takes a lot of time. Same with gearbox, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to stop with how low it is, but we're gonna have to live with it. And here we are on race day, 16th or above, and we get 200,000. With the first race, there could be engine problems for some of our competitors. So if we keep our car in perfect condition until the end and repair when we have to, it could be possible to achieve this. And our practice session was good. We were able to get 2 practice knowledge, but I'm not sure which one we will be choosing here. For him, there's no other option. I'm gonna go with the higher engine model. It's gonna help us push a little bit with her. And race performance, which will help us regardless of the tires we use. Car setup. Oof, change setup. So this was good over here. So she wants it to be low. Okay. So that's good. Hoping that's going to be okay. And that is excellent. So okay. New tires. This one gives 20 laps. This one gives 15 laps. Now what? Given the fact that she can use her engine for a long duration, we're gonna start on super softs and then go with softs. We are going to have to refuel because we are going with super soft, so I will be okay with starting with lower fuel. 45 laps. We're gonna even if we have a full tank of gas, we're gonna have to refuel twice, which means it's 2 pit stops. So I should be fine with starting with 13 if we are able to hit 13 laps. I'm not sure. We're gonna try at least 10 laps and then maybe 15 and 15. Would that make? And then we still need 5 more laps. So it's going to be 2 softs and 1 super soft for Ines. Pretty sure it's going to be the same thing for Williams, but in a different order. Happy with this setup, so I'm not going to change anything, but we are going to make him go long. Leave it on full. To start up, both of them are going to be aggressive in the start. Let's see if we can do anything. Oh. Shoot. I should have let him be on the super softs and put her on softs. Oh. Should check that. And off we go. Doesn't look like there's any rain at near next few laps, so we're good on that. third lap into the race, we dropped down to 6th, and we kind of have to start working on saving our tires at this point. We don't want to overheat them and jump to them. Let her burn her fuel, but we're going to conserve on Williams because we're looking to extend his stint. Okay, 6th lap into the race. Williams have crashed, which is unfortunate, and our other driver was not able to control their tire wear, so we're going to have to pit him soon as well. And there is a safety car, so we're actually going to take this chance to bring her in, fill up the tank, and parts. We don't need any fix immediately, so we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a fast pit stop. I don't think our pit crew is tired enough to make any mistakes at this point. Yeah, the front jack and rear jack is a little worrying, and the chances of mistake, but it's all low. So I'm gonna go with the fast pit stop. Okay, the safety car is entering in, so I'm gonna try to heat up my tires a little, which I doubt I can in this. I'm not sure if the game allows those mechanics. It doesn't look like it. But we're gonna start aggressive. We have some fresh tires with few people, so see if we can make something out of it. And 13th lap, we have few people going into the pits. Us taking the free pit stop puts us above them, but with the way the race is going, we're gonna have to do an extra pit stop. So we might be able to go aggressive towards the end. And in the 18th lap, pretty much everyone else have pitted, and we moved up to the 3rd place. The 3 cars that pitted during the safety are up in front, but they have caught back to us, and our tires are pretty bad, but we have some excess fuel, so we will be attacking until we run out of fuel, and see where we stand after the next pit stop. Okay, 21 laps in, our tires are in pretty bad condition. So I'm going to push completely and pit this lap for another fresh set of softs, and we will fill up our tank. It's strategy parts wise, we are good for now, but we'll pretty much have to fix our gearbox during our next pit stop. Pit strategy is going to remain fast for the day. We are in the pits. We enter in 6th position, and we exit behind our sponsorship goal. We're in lap 30. We are running our own race. There's no one close to us. Santa has been driving good. Our form for the day is 9.9. So nothing to blame, but our car is just not fast enough to stick close to anyone at this point. But with few pit stop strategies, maybe we might be able to pull off a top 15. We're gonna have to pit one more time along with the guys up in front. So we'll see where it goes after the next pit stop. And a small update in lap 33. She did complain about a few dodgy parts. So our gearbox and our brakes are not looking great. So next lap we're probably going to be... Actually, it did drop from 20 to 13. So I'm going to bring her in this lap. Switch her to softs. We have 12 laps left. I'm gonna fill exactly that and fix our gearbox and our brakes while we're at it. I'd rather finish the race and then getting retired. And we are coming in for our last pit stop for the race. As expected, that pit stop, after all the fixes, it brought us down to the last position. And we are in lap 41. And Nick Chu has crashed, which puts us up in 18th. Apart from that, Santa is driving a really good race. We are in the back of the pack, so with 4 laps left, I am tempted to pit for a quick change of tires and some extra fuel to go on a full push mode. Maybe we might be able to catch some people off. There's no need for any part fixes. The safety car is heading in this lap. There's going to be 2 more laps of racing, and before that we have another retire. So we're going to go full on push and see where we end. The end of the race, we didn't have an amazing outing. We finished 17 because of few people who were not able to finish. This is how the driver standing looks like at the end of the race. Andre Sabato was demoted 2 positions because of an illegal part, and Eda gets the fastest lap bonus, and we come out with 4 points. And unfortunately, our other driver crashed in the beginning, so we were not able to get anything out of him. And as for the team standings, we are 2 points behind 9th. I'm not, as of now, we can still fight for it, but I don't know for how long. I'm pretty sure Dragon Team Racing would jump up and it would be a fight between ZRT and Archer. Let's see how it turns out. We finish the race, we come out making a million, 1.1 million, which is good, which will help towards, which I'll probably be saving, and until we develop a factory. Until then, we won't be developing any parts. Our first race is done, which was not that good for us. William's car was wrecked, so it's gonna take longer to fix his car. So it'll take 51 hours before we can do anything with the car, which we are not going to. We might change the focus of reliability from engines to gearbox so that we don't have to stop to fix a gearbox the next race, which I probably might. And we have an interview from Evening Herald. Arnold Boycott. Hello, Arnold. Have any thoughts on John? Thinking of working with him in the future? No, in the future I'm probably going to be looking for drivers who would help me in the long run. So for now, I'm very happy with the 2 current drivers that I have. we performed a total of 4 pit stops last race. Our fastest pit stop was 7.64 seconds. This is a benchmark we'll have to attempt to beat at the next race. Okay, I will look into developing the pit crew straight away. We have 5 candidates. I'm gonna look at the mistake chance first. Anyone with any chance of mistake, I'm immediately gonna reject that. And Reyes, even though he has decent stamina, I can't use him anywhere. Same goes with Petruzzi. But whereas Mundy, I can use him in rear jacks and as a backup tires and refueling. So I will be hiring him, and we will swap him with the rear jack. There you go. That, oh sorry, the wrong person. That is an upgrade straight away. You have 75 out of 80 stam. Same with you, but there's a small upgrade over there. And we're good to go. Okay, at this point the reliability of our engines is at 83 and 84, which should be fine for the whole race. If I leave it as it is 3 days before the race, it would be completed, but I want to focus on the gearbox, so I'm gonna take that out and swap it for the gearbox and bring it up a little so that we don't have to spend time fixing it during the next race. Yeah, the brakes are pretty low, but fixing brakes don't take as much time as a gearbox. And we have a few sponsors waiting in line. There's not any good upfront payments. I'm gonna wait for another one. Okay, it's either an upfront payment or a fixed pay per race. I'm gonna wait for another slot until the end of the race and then decide. Okay, we are back here with 3 sponsors to choose from. When we look at it, fixed pay per race of 150,000 looks interesting, but total, when you calculate the total value, this one gives around 190,000 per race, so I will be going ahead with this as it's only for 4 races and an upfront payment of 450,000. So we will be going with Shake Airways, and we are still waiting on another sponsor offer. If we don't get any, I'm gonna leave a B because an upfront payment of 100,000 is something we can pass on and not worry about. Okay, it is the 14th of April. We are ready for the race on Munich, but before that, this is gonna be the end of the episode. It was a rough start for us with Williams crashing and Anna not being able to capitalize on any of the stuff, and we did mess up with the last pit stop. Maybe she might have been ahead if we let her stay on the track instead of bringing her in for a quick stop. But we learn as we go, so hopefully the next race goes well. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching and take care.